All right, so this is more ChatGPT, artificial intelligence examination. And what I'm going to show you here is inside of a service I use called Jasper that was created for marketing purposes and used ChatGPT for that. They recently added this chat feature, which is in beta. And if I type in here, what is the 80-20 principle? And that's what I want to know about. I could do all these different prompts, but I don't really want that. I just want to know what it is. I'm going to hit enter. It's going to take a few seconds, and then it's going to generate a summary. This summary is really good. It's accurate, it's concise, and it tells me right away what I need to know about the 80-20 principle if I know nothing about it. And this is better than trying to go read a Wikipedia article or do a Google search. So this is the first thing to realize about ChatGPT or GPT-3 is that it lets you summarize very accurately or find summaries very accurately. That's pretty mind-blowing. So now I want to show you on my iPhone an app I'm using called Craft, and it has GPT-3 technology now built into it for free. And if I create a document called 80-20 principle and ask it, what is the 80-20 principle? And then go invoke the assistant, which I do down here, and then say, okay, write an article about this topic. Look at what it does. This is in real time. It's generating an article and explaining the 80-20 principle. It would take me a lot longer to create this text and this explanation, which is accurate, which I can now insert into the document, and I'm done. I can edit it now if I want to. But that's really fast, and that is mind-boggling. So I want to show you a little bit more. I created the document, and it doesn't always generate the same thing. So you can say, like, what is 80-20 principle related to GPT-3? And I discovered this by accident because I typed in the title, 80-20 principle, and then typed GPT-3 because I wanted to remember that this was a document where I was going to explain how it worked. So I just gave it that title and then asked the same question, which was, what is the 80-20 principle? I typed that in. As you can see, it takes me a while to type things on my smartphone, as I'm sure it does many people. And then after typing that question, then I again invoke the assistant and say, write an article, and write an article about this topic, and then it's going to write an article about this topic. But you'll notice that what it did here was it addressed GPT-3, which I didn't ask it to do in the question. So it's picking up from the title, and it's talking about how GPT-3 uses the 80-20 principle, apparently, in the sense that it doesn't, draw on all of the information out there. It's got some kind of engine that analyzes. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't exactly know, but at this point I could go research it to find out. But this is what it's trying to do. It's trying to say, you want to talk about 80-20, you want to talk about GPT-3, let me address both of those things in this article. Now, the first time I did it, I had the same thing. I just said GPT-3, what is the 80-20 principle? And it created this article, which you can see is different. So it doesn't always create the same output from exactly the same input. So that's one thing to bear in mind. Pretty amazing.